if you're a Leo born July 23rd to August 22nd, what can you expect for the month of May 2020? Let's tune in and find out. So Leos, interesting. I'm just seeing you, some of the self-sabotaging things that you do, actually seeing them and catching yourself and preventing yourself from doing them again. So I just see you getting a better handle on your habits or the stories or the dialogue or the actual actions that you take to dismantle yourself, your self-esteem or your own credibility. And I just see you having a better understanding and awakening around your value, your gifts, who you are, and it's just this new, enlightened, deeper appreciation of what you have and kind of how to present yourself to the world. So just a depth that even though you may think you're already deep now, there's more to go. So it just feels like that. It feels like more awareness around yourself and around your likes and your dislikes and also with your spiritual connection and whether or not you even believe in spirit and what that might look like for you. So all of those things in store for you for the month of May. Let's look at romantic relationships. So those of you that are in a coupled romantic relationship, let's see what May has in store for you. There's an excitement around really getting to know where your partner is and really building something together. And for those of you that are in a coupled relationship, I just see there's some assessment that's going on in terms of how you want to live your life and the simplicity or extravagance of it and where you spend your money and how you like your money and how you want your environment to be and your surroundings and it feels very exciting. It feels like newlywed energy. So maybe some of you are getting engaged. Maybe some of you are getting married this month. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some surprise eloping happening going on, surprise pregnancies happening. So there's a lot of surprises in Leo for you this month. But just make sure that you're here by choice and you're not here by default. And meaning you're not here because you're bored and it's a pandemic, why not? And so some of that's going on too, like really assessing, do I want to be in this relationship? Do I want to stay in this relationship? Are we a good fit? Are our values the same? Do we see ourselves heading in the same direction? Do we want to, see our future? Do we see our future together in a way like, I want to live in the mountains. Well, I want to live at the beach or, and you could just be, I want to live by my family and you want to live nowhere near their family, right? So there's a lot of things that you're going to be seeing this month. Some of them are going to be really good and some of them are going to be hard. Now, but the good news is you're going to be choosing for yourself and you're going to know yourself because there's a lot of spiritual things that are happening energetically. And so energetically, we have a bunch of retrogrades happening. We have Scorpio going retrograde May 11th, Venus, the planet of love and money, everything that we love, art, all those things going retrograde May 13th to June 12th. And then Jupiter, the planet of abundance and prosperity and good luck, good fortune, is going retrograde May 14th to September 12th. Now, does that mean that we can't have good luck? Does that mean that we can't have good fortune? Or does that mean that, we're not going to be attractive during those times or that we're not going to fall in love? No, it just means that we're reassessing and reevaluating the things that we love, the way in which we love, the way in which we love ourselves. So it's like, I said it's like the dust clearing and we get to see all these gems. Like we really get to take account of the things that we love and who we love and how we love. Right? And so it's not about moving out there, gathering more and rushing, this is about receiving. This is about allowing everything to fall into place and us kind of moving things around and seeing what fits and if it still fits or not. It's kind of like going through your closet and going, do I like this or is this 10 years old? Is this me today or no? Right? So it's about bringing yourselves up to date. And that's what this retrograde is. It's assessment. Do I like myself? Do I love myself? And do I want to move forward? And in relationships, you're doing the same thing with your relationship. Do I love this person? Or can I see myself with them? And it's happening naturally, right? Now, for those of you that are single, Leos, let's see what's in store for you for the month. I feel this excitement, just this excitement about having this time, like really having this time and getting to know you and getting to set in some boundaries for yourself, creating new disciplines that work for you, developing some grit, just that, that fortuitiveness, just going and going and going, and then you're fortifying it inside of yourself. It's going to be like this, right? Like just that self-discipline, that grit that we all have to have. We all have to have that for success. We have to have that to survive in life. We have to be tough with ourselves, right? To stop things that are unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy addictions, unhealthy thoughts and conversations and dialogue. And this month, there's a lot of energy, even though the retrogrades are there. Mars has got a lot of energy coming in, like my throat's closing. So there's still a lot of fire in this month where you could turn on yourself or you could turn on somebody else. We have May 7th, we have a Scorpio full moon. So you want to be careful around that. Things can come to a head. Things you can actually go, okay, this relationship's over. We're just done. It's just not going to work. Let's just stop kidding ourselves, right? So it could be that, or it could be a relationship at work. It could be a relationship with a family member. It could be a relationship with an ex, right? Where, we can't keep doing this to each other, even though we're out of each other's lives. We just really need to let it go once and for all. Or it could, brings everything to that full moon brings it all together. And so it could also mean that you've decided, we're going to stay together. Now is the new time. We can see now the beauty of the difficulties that we've had, and now we're putting it back together in a really beautiful space. And the whole month of May is meant to not to be rushed. It's meant to be, enjoyed and discovered and, kind of sift through. How do I feel about this? And there's no rush to do that. You have this whole month, even towards the middle of June. Venus goes direct June 12th. That's when you'll start to see some momentum happening, and we have eclipse happening again in June 12th, where sudden things suddenly take off and move you, right? So just know those eclipses return in June, but right now this is about moving through self-discovery, realignment, trusting yourself, and valuing. What do I really value? What's my truth? What feels good to me? Okay, so for those of you that are single, that focus is going to be on yourself and that self-discovery and that aligning yourself and taking care of yourself in positive ways. And in turn, you will find then like-minded people who are on that same path as you. And that's exciting. That once you let go of the relationships that aren't working, you're going to go, whoa, this is so positive now. Right? And you're going to be working with people who think like you and who are doing similar things like you. So if you let go of the old, the new will open up. Now, let's look at money and career for Leos. I know some of you Leos are disappointed in yourself. Maybe you didn't take actions when you thought you should have, and maybe you wish you would have saved a little bit more or done things a little bit differently. But the good news is to no fault of your own, there's these good opportunities, these self-assessments that are going to serve you now in making better money and career decisions. So you're going to have the energy to be able to put forward into a career. And I see a lot of you having careers in talking and in self-help and therapies and really, being healers and being in the healing industry. So that's really coming up for a lot of you Leos, as being able to put a lot of energy into that, and that creative energy also in the arts, in using your creativity. So there's just big openings for you to discover parts of yourself that are really true to you, and maybe they've been on the shelf and maybe you've been afraid to use them, and now with some downtime, you're having to bring them forward or get more creative in your career and money. And so you're going to see yourself reaching to these innate talents that were already there, but you maybe ignored them or didn't really think they were that valuable. And this month you really start to appreciate those tools and those talents that you have. Okay, let's see what else is in store for you with money and career. Also, I just see you, you know, you get people's attention really fast. Like, Leo's energies are just, it's not like anybody else. Like they walk in, it's like, whoa, whether you mean to or not, you just have a lot of energy. And so I see you getting noticed this month by the right people. Some of you, it may be online things reaching out to you, wanting to have a piece of you, offering to pay you to use your image or to get you to be their spokesman or do some things. Just know at the end of the month, there's some more sketchy stuff out there. So what I mean by sketchy is Neptune, sometimes when it comes in, it puts this gaze over us and we kind of just go to sleep, and when we sign on the dotted line, but we're asleep. Don't do that. Because at the end of the month, there's some tricky energies, confusion, and in particular for you, Leo, could be in the form of a lack of follow through, or just being a little bit gullible or naive, in which case you took somebody at face value and they stole from you and just pickpocketed you, or took your, even I see people could be stealing your online presence. So guard your online presence, guard your, your Visa, MasterCard banking info. I just see that being a little bit difficulty maybe for you guys. So if you don't have one of those insurance companies or whatever that protects you or all that stuff, for whatever the number is, for $4 or whatever it is, a month, we will protect you. I would do that. Actually, this is for you guys, for Leos, because I feel like there is a potential for you guys to get more than any other sign I've done yet today, to really be singled out, where somebody could steal your identity theft. Thank you. That's what the word is right there. I can feel it. So that's what that's about. It doesn't necessarily mean it's happening, but it's just saying be aware, double check your charges. And it could be mistakes too. It could just be a mistake where the company billed you twice, right? So just know that there's some of that lurking at the end of May for you. Otherwise, there is a new moon in Gemini that's really good. It's bright, it's yummy, it's festive. I just feel like things are opening up for you. There might be some places that start to open up and you get to see more friends, or you get to go back to work for some of you. It's what we have our Memorial Weekend, which is our 3-day weekend here. Of course, now all the days seem to run together. But it just opens things up, and it feels like some parts of the U.S. will be more open then, and some of you may be going back to work, which feels good and just positive for you. But then just be aware that towards the end of the month, that energy is a little bit iffy, and just to be cautious and be on alert. Okay, let's look at health for Leos. Any surprise health issues around you? Okay, so right away, feet are coming up, and just being respectful of your feet, right? Like just think, right? You're not going to run outside of your house and without shoes, right? It's like wear shoes, because I just see the potential of some of you like getting your foot cut, or breaking a glass and then not cleaning it up, and then a week later you're running around the garage and there it is because you didn't clean it up, right? So it's just like be careful with your feet, protect your feet, wear shoes. If you're going out for a walk, wear shoes. If you're in your house and you're dancing, watch the shoes you have on, right? Watch those last steps in your house. Be mindful around your feet and protect them. Okay. And feet also are grounding us. They're grounding us in our essence. They're pulling us and connecting us to Mother Earth. They're giving us our ability to stand upright and to move forward and to carry us forward. So there's, our feet we need them, and we value them and take care of them. And there's a lot of richness too in the spiritual connection with your feet, and being able to bring balance into the body. And of course, in reflexology, right? They can push on different parts of your feet to connect with different organs in your body. So take care of your feet. get a foot massage, do it yourself, whatever there is, but take care of your feet this month, Leo. You'll appreciate it. Let's see if there's any surprises for you, Leo. Yeah, there's a contentedness that's, you being content that's not always there. And usually you guys are going or doing or something, or you look to vices to fill you, whether it's a relationship or whether it's, food or alcohol or drugs or whatever. There's a lot of energy that happens with Leos. And I just see a contentedness there this month, and part of it comes from that level of self-discovery and really seeing some good things about yourself. So there's a surprise energy that you feel good, and for some of you that means you feel good being alone, and that's kind of a surprise. Like, I'm really happy. I'm not dating anybody, and I'm just taking care of myself and my dog, and I just feeling really happy. So I just see some of you guys moving in that direction of self-care, self-love. And that's beautiful, because then in June you'll have a whole new wave of understanding yourself and loving yourself and knowing what you want to add or keep in your life. But in May, it just feels like this contentment. All right, Leos, thank you so much for viewing and liking and sharing my intuitive astrology. Please click like and comment below, and I'll swing back. Have a wonderful month. Take care of yourself, and let's keep praying for the evolution and of our world, and that we all feel some peace, and so we can get back to really creating our best selves. All right, lots of love to you guys.